Hello and welcome to TalkFCB and welcome back here to the channel, guys, to a Barcelona news roundup coming up for you today, and we have some big topics to discuss in today's video, starting there with Lionel Messi and the Ballon d'Or trophy, which could be coming home with him this coming Monday. We're also going to be talking about that conversation between Messi and Neymar Jr. that's been reported in the media recently, and we're also going to have the very latest on Ousmane Dembélé's injury. What's the situation? What is going to happen with the Frenchman? It's all coming up. Let's get right to it. And if we kick off right here and now with that big topic that is Lionel Messi and the Ballon d'Or title. This coming Monday, we will find out who's going to win the Ballon d'Or in 2019. Will it be Lionel Messi? And I know many of you guys want to know if the recent reports are indeed true. What I would say about that is we don't know yet. We're going to have to wait until Monday. But it is believed right throughout the Spanish media, right throughout the world media, in fact, right now, that Lionel Messi on Monday is going to win the Ballon d'Or. He is finally, with these years of waiting, it's long overdue to get his hands again on this title. But the Ballon d'Or on Monday, providing any late swings or something completely unexpected happening, Messi should win it, and I think, to be honest, that's great news. I've always said personally, with regard to these individual trophies, and it'll be no different if Messi wins it. Great if he does, fantastic for him, it's a nice touch. But at the same time, they don't define a player. Whether Messi wins it, whether he doesn't, for me, he's the best in the world. He doesn't need that trophy there to highlight him further. If you watch Messi week in, week out, you can see he deserves this honour, no question about it. But will he win it? That's the big question. Van Dijk is in the running, of course, had a fantastic season there with Liverpool. We all know about that. Cristiano Ronaldo is always going to be in and around these kind of awards, although apparently he's not even going to turn up. He's not even going to attend the gala in Paris on Monday, because apparently he's not just upset about not finishing first, but he's actually upset that he's set to finish third this time around. And actually, the media do go on to say that France Football, who of course run this award, it's run there by the journalists, they decide the winner, and it's sort of gone back to how it used to be there with France Football. Their representatives this week have been in Barcelona to tell Messi, number one, you've won it, the award is yours, come and get your prize on Monday. But they've also been there interviewing him, doing all the different things that's going to come out after he wins. So all the plans are in place for Messi here to win the Ballon d'Or. It's the worst kept secret, but like I say, he deserves it for me. It's long overdue. He is going to get his hands on that title, and after the ceremony on Monday, I'll just say it, I would expect a video. I've got something coming. Hopefully there, it all goes to plan. But if we now move on to more talk in the media, because Messi has been in the media right throughout this week, whether it's been the Ballon d'Or, whether it's been links again to his good friend Neymar Jr., and something came out coincidentally from France Football themselves. Of course, like I say there, they are in charge of the Ballon d'Or, and they also broke an intriguing story earlier on this week about Messi and Neymar and a conversation that happened over the summer after Barcelona's defeat to Liverpool, after we collapsed in the Champions League. They say that Messi personally rang Neymar, they spoke on the phone, and these exact words were said by Lionel Messi. They say, only together can we win the Champions League. I want you to come back. In 2 years, I will leave and you will take over. According to France Football, that there is what Lionel Messi said to Neymar on the phone. Clearly there, wanting him to come back, wanting him to return to Barcelona, as was speculated all summer long. But the intriguing part of that is the fact that he says there, I will leave in 2 years and you'll take over. We all know about the reason that Neymar left. He wanted to get out of Messi's shadow. He wanted to be the main man. He wanted to be the star. And Messi there would be saying, look, in 2 years, you're going to be the man. You're going to be the star. But a lot of people have been asking me about this. That's why I've done this. I wasn't originally going to cover it in a news roundup video, but I have had to do this because I wouldn't buy too much into that. I wouldn't read into that story and think, yeah, everything there is true. And I say that because I'm always very skeptical about these kind of stories whereby journalists claim to have sort of inside knowledge on exact conversations that happened on the phone and text messages. In some ways, I can understand text messages a bit more because you could sort of get your hands on screenshots, you could get into sort of group chats and things things like that, but a phone call. How exactly are you going to get that kind of knowledge about something that was said exactly as it was on the phone? Are you phone tapping? We all know, of course, that would be illegal. So I kind of have to take these reports as a pinch of salt. I don't believe the journalist there would have that kind of knowledge to know an exact phone call conversation. I am sceptical about that. And I do believe that Messi, in 2 years' time, he's still going to be around. I wouldn't panic too much about that. He's still in talks, of course, for a new contract at Barcelona. He's delaying it right now, but he will sign again. I'm absolutely sure that Messi is going to stick around. Whether or not Neymar comes back, we still know that's up in the air. It could happen. It may not. But I'm just not really sure here. This is a story that we need to go further into. I wouldn't buy too much into it because, like I say, how do you get that kind of knowledge? But if we move on now to the rather more serious case of Ousmane Dembélé, of course, in the game against Dortmund, went off injured after just 25 minutes of play. He went down to the floor. And actually, I saw a few things on social media saying that no Barcelona player actually went over to Dembélé to console him, to talk to him, to see how he was doing. But that's simply not true. You can clearly see here in the pictures, one of the first players to actually go to him was Lionel Messi himself. He went to Dembélé, he clearly asked him some questions, seeing how he was, and clearly there, Messi going towards Dembele. What happened then, though, does sit quite uneasily with me. Clearly, Dembele was distraught. He was absolutely devastated here to break down once again with injury, and he was frustrated, as was everybody. Fans, players, of course. I'm sure his teammates were gutted for him too, and of course the people inside the stadium, they were very, very disappointed. I've got to say, though, I think some of the whistling there as Dembele was walking off the field, I think that's a step too far. I think certainly there, kicking him when he's down, he doesn't want to be injured. Of course we're frustrated. Of course we're even probably angry, but we can be angry with ourselves, you know, within ourselves, within our own confinements. I don't think you really need to go there to the camp now and start whistling people, whistling players there as they're coming off the pitch. And I think certainly you've got to think now not only about Dembele physically, we all know about his problems, we all know the fact that he is, yes, injury prone. We've got to say it now, he is injury prone. He can't catch a break, he can't stay injury free for any period of time, but also mentally. And Sport actually come out with something this morning saying basically along those lines. They say right now that Dembele is very affected. He's very affected not only by the injury, not only physically, which I'm going to come on to in just a moment, but mentally right now, he is struggling to come to terms with the fact that he can't catch a break. Because according to Sport, he's actually improved a lot this season, his discipline off the pitch, where he's previously had problems, he's worked on that. Sport say that Dembele has made real progress in what he's doing off the field, in the way that he's actually preparing himself for his life as a Barcelona player, but clearly, it hasn't quite worked out this time. It hasn't quite gone the way that he hoped. And right now, he is so gutted about that. But of course, we've got to look for solutions. We have to find some sort of solution for Ousmane Dembele. And right now, he wants surgery. This injury right now, it's not going to be something that was massively serious. It's not something that was going to keep him out for a long period of time. But he wants to go down the route here where he has surgery, he misses more time, but he feels as though if he has this surgery, if he goes under the knife, he could actually find a resolution here or something close to those injury problems. AS say that Barcelona will meet face-to-face with Dembele. Also, Dembele's agent will be present in that meeting, and basically, they're going to talk about those options. Like I say, Dembele right now, according to this report, wants surgery. He wants to go down that route. He wants to find a resolution to actually here cut out those problems. I think Barcelona should go there with the will of the player. Apparently, if he was to go down the surgery route, like I say, he would miss more time. 3 months so far has been mentioned. Whether or not that's going to be the case, we don't know this early. But Dembele wants that surgery. Will Barca agree to it? Will they go down that route? And if they do, will it be a solution? I don't think you can ever say that he's going to be 100% guaranteed to be injury-free, but I feel like we've reached the period now where we need to do something different. We've done the same thing. Dembele has gone away, he's got injured, he's come back, sometimes he's come back too soon, sometimes then he's had a relapse. We need to do something now which is different to what we've done before with Dembele, because clearly, what we've done before, what we've tried before, what we've seen before, it's not working. We have a player here who was brought in for extortionate money. He's still only 22 years old. There's still a lot of potential there, but we're not seeing that because we can't see him on the field. And it is going to be very, very interesting to see what happens now with this injury, with potential surgery. And of course, guys, I will keep you fully updated. And before I do leave you in today's video, guys, we have to celebrate the birthday today of FC Barcelona. Today, the club is 120 years old, and that's a huge milestone there, and something absolutely incredible there. Looking back on the history of this club, 120 today. And also, guys, I've got to bring you the news that today, the Matchday documentary was released with relation to Barcelona's season last time out. Basically, on Rakuten TV, Barcelona last season had cameras behind the scenes. They're recording all the things that went on. Whether that's a good thing or whether that's a bad thing, we will find out. And I basically said to you guys, would you like me to do a sort of reaction video to this series? It's 8 episodes, 45 minutes each. I'm going to watch them all. That's 6 hours there of Barca in action last season. Why did I agree to this? Why did I want to do this? But I'm going to do it for you. I'm going to watch it. I'm going to react to it. And we'll be seeing what happened last season behind the scenes. It might be terrible, but I'll let you know. And that there, guys, brings us to an end in today's news roundup. Please let me know your thoughts in the comments down below on all the topics that we have discussed in today's video. And of course, I will see you soon. Massive game coming on Sunday. But until then, as always, Visca El Barça.
Barça!